I have absolutely nothing to sell you. There's a lot of people that want to sell you their course, or they want to sell you into a webinar. They want to sell you some product. I have nothing to sell you. I just want to help you try to earn money on your own without having to be stuck in the rat race. Why do I care about this right now? I care about this right now, and I did an episode on this about a year ago, but the reason why I care about this is for this reason. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in the world right now. There's still places that go in and out of lockdown. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen with COVID. Is it going to be here? Is it not going to be here? Am I going to be able to work? Are they going to shut my restaurant down? And so there's a lot of feelings of, I don't know if the future is going to allow me to work at the place that I'm working at, or allow me to run my business the way that I'm running my business. And if that's the case, it doesn't feel good to constantly be in the feeling of not knowing what's going on or what we can or can't do in this world. And so I want to give you ideas of what has helped me when I was first starting on this pursuit of trying to figure out what I was going to do to make money online. And I have a lot of friends that make money online, tons. I could probably name 50 different types of ways that people make money online, and I'll name some of them for you to give you an idea what's out there. And you can start your own pursuit of figuring it out. When I first decided I wanted to make money online was back in 2012. And I decided it because I was traveling. I went and backpacked Europe for 3 months by myself. And I knew I had to come back to America and work. And I didn't want to come back to America and work. If I'm being honest with you, I wanted to keep traveling. I wanted to come back to America, have Christmas with my family, and then I wanted to be able to leave and go again. But I had no idea how to make money. And the thought that I had was, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work for somebody, get a bunch of money and then quit at a year and a half and then go travel for a little while and come back and work for somebody and hoard up money and be really cheap. And I thought I was going to go through this process of work and quit, work and quit, work and quit. And that would allow me to be able to travel. And then I realized, and I started researching, how do people make money online? How do people make money online? How do people make money online? Because there's people that are making millions up to billions of dollars online. Who says that I can't do it as well? Nobody. You're the only one that's saying that you can't do it. And so I get a ton of messages of people asking me this. So I figured it's just easier to create a podcast episode speaking about how to make money online. Here's what I'll tell you before I dive into it. There is a million ways to make $1 million. There is. So it's not about finding the one that's going to make you the money the quickest. What it's about is finding the one that you feel that you actually want to do. And you feel like this is something that would be cool for you. So I've looked into blogs before. I've looked into and had an Amazon business at one point in time. And I have a coaching business and I have a podcast now and we do events and stuff. And so there's a lot of different ways to make money online. It's just about finding one that you like. Because if I'm being honest with you, you can force yourself to do anything and you can struggle your way to success. But wouldn't it be a lot easier if you actually just loved what you were doing and it intrigued you and it seemed fun? And then therefore what you could do is make money and put hard work into doing something and actually enjoy it. Because one of the prerequisites of making a lot of money and being successful is you have to work hard. Like you can't get around the hard work aspect of being successful. And so you can either struggle your way to success by forcing yourself to work hard, or you can just love what you're doing and naturally want to work hard just because it's something that you enjoy doing anyways. So the problem with a lot of people, and even with myself, is that we were all raised, majority of people listening to me were raised by parents who didn't know how to make money online because it wasn't around when they were children. So we were raised by parents, and it's not their fault in any sort of way, but we were raised by parents who were taught, you have to go to school, you have to go and get a job, you have to go to school, you have to go to college, you have to go and get a job. And that was how you had financial success. I'm going to tell you right now that that is not true anymore, and it hasn't been true for a really long time. The way that you can have the quickest financial success that I found is to not work for somebody else. And the wealthiest people in the world by far are people who do not work for somebody else. So if you're thinking that going to college and getting a degree and then working for someone for 40 years is your ticket to the successful life and making a ton of money, it's usually not. It's usually the people who you are working for are the people that are making a ton of money. So then you start asking yourself, well, what do I need to do to design a business? And it's really more than anything else, it's a paradigm shift because we were raised by parents who didn't have the internet. So they didn't know that it was something that could be possible. And for me, I wasn't raised by any entrepreneurs. So being an entrepreneur was something that was very foreign for me. And so it really was a paradigm shift to be able to realize, oh, I can make money without having to work for somebody. Oh, I can make money online. And that was actually the biggest thing to shift in myself in order to make money versus, actually going and growing the business. It's the paradigm shift of believing that all of this is possible. And I'm telling you right now, it is possible. I know many, 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 many people that make a ton of money online. It's possible for you, but if this is now turning on your brain, now you've got to go in pursuit and try to figure out what it is that works for you. So the reason why this is so hard too is because the school system also raises us to be workers. When you look at the school system, we were not only raised by parents who thought that we had to go and get an education and then go to college and then work for somebody. And that's how we had financial success. But we were also put into a school system, most likely, where you were kind of raised to be a worker. You were told what to do. You had to sit in your seat until the bell rang and then you could leave. And you had to raise your hand to go to the bathroom. And you have to go to school at a certain time. You have to eat lunch at a certain time. You get to get out at a certain time, exactly the same way that you do in the 9 to 5 or in the rat race. So, and then you go to college, and what's the point of college? Everybody, what's the point of college? It's not to get an education. It's so that you get an education so that you can what? Get a job. And so we're raised to be workers. It's nobody's fault. It's just the system that we were raised into, but we can break out of it. And so you start to think about it. We think to ourselves, time worked equals money earned. I have to work to make money. I have to work to make money. I have to work to make money. And that's a whole other paradigm that we don't have time to dive into today. But that's not necessarily true as well as you continue to grow a business. So let me tell you some of the ways that I've seen people make millions of dollars online. I've met people at events that have blown my mind when I talk to them. And I'm like, I can't believe that this person is making as much money as they are. I remember one of the first events that I went to an event here in Austin with people who were making money online. I was introduced to this guy, and he was extremely shy and seemed like a smart guy. He was extremely shy. And I don't mean for this to sound wrong, but there wasn't anything extremely impressive about the guy. And we talked for a little while and then kind of went our separate ways, all that stuff. And then somebody came up to me and was like, oh man, I can't believe that you were talking to him. And I was like, why is that? And he's like, well, that guy, he does.
Start trading on Olim Trade with just 70 rupees. Wait.
I was like, you're telling me that guy that I was just talking to makes $1 million a month? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, his business does $1 million a month, or he profits $1 million a month? And they said he profits $1 million a month. And I was like, what in the hell am I doing? I was like, I didn't even know that was possible. And so to be around people like this will kind of blow your mind and expand yourself to what is actually possible. So that is one way to make money online. There's people who have a mastery of running Facebook ads. I have somebody that I pay a lot of money every single month to run Facebook ads for me. That is the only thing that they do, is literally just Facebook ads. So there's that, which is a way to make money. There is writing articles and blogs. That is a way to make money online. If you're somebody who loves to write and that seems like it's a passion for you and you enjoy it, that could be something that you could do. There's people that make tons of money they write blogs, but there's also people that make tons of money by writing Kindle ebooks. I kid you not. There's people out there that make a ton of money by reading a book that might be like a New York Times bestseller book. They take that book and it might be 300 pages and they make a summary article or summary book that's 35 pages. And it's called The Key Points to XYZ Book, which is legal for them to do, I guess. And they make tons of money off of it because they're giving a summarization of a book and it's only 30 pages instead of 350 pages. And there's people that do that. There's people that make money. They have a great voice. And there's books out there that are old books that have no audiobook, and they create their own audiobook of that and they read it out loud and people download the audiobook. And I was like, I can't believe that this shit exists. Like this is really ways to do it. There's people that make money off of making YouTube videos. And this is not common. It is kind of an outlier. You have to be really good at it, but it's something you can absolutely do. There's people that I've been following for 3 to 4 years, and they went, you know what? I remember watching a guy's video, and he made a video probably about 5 years ago now. And it was about him being a real estate agent and him doing flipping and how at the age of like 24, he was a millionaire. And he had this crappy YouTube video. It wasn't that great, but he decided to keep making YouTube videos. And now he makes about $1 to $1.5 million a month off of his YouTube videos. Now you might be out there going, well, how does he make money off of a YouTube video? Well, if you watch YouTube, what's the very first thing that pops up whenever you watch a YouTube video? It's an ad. And so what happens is YouTube will get paid from these advertising companies like Coca-Cola, for instance. They will pay YouTube, and then YouTube will give a cut of that. It's usually like 60-40 or 55-45 to the person who created the video. YouTube, which is owned by Google, will take a cut. They'll give a cut to the creator. And when you get a lot of views, you can make a lot of money. If you look at a YouTube video for every $1 million that for every 1 million views that a video gets, somebody will get a minimum of $3,000 to $5,000, up to $10,000, $15,000 sometimes per million views. Hey, when it comes to recovery, performance, immunity, and feeling less stressed, sleep is everything. And I actually found the answer to better sleep in a delicious, healthy cup of cocoa. It's the Dream CBD powder from Beam, and it's changed the way that people sleep. It tastes amazing, and with the Dream powder, you're getting more than just quality shut-eye. You're providing your body with sleepy vitamins like minerals like magnesium, reishi, L-theanine, and nano CBD. Dream is the essential guilt-free, sleep-inducing warm cup of organic cocoa and organic cinnamon without any calories or added sugar. And there's proof in the powder. After taking Dream, 99% of people feel an improvement in the quality of their sleep, and 97% felt more energized the next day. So if you want better sleep and better days delivered every single month, subscribe to Dream with awesome perks like free delivery and 35% off your first month. Plus, you can pause and cancel at any time. Subscribe today and you'll save 35% by going to beamorganics.com/dial. That's BEAM organics.com/dial, or go to beamorganics.com and use the code DIAL at checkout. Hey, when your company is hiring, what can you do to avoid wasting time and money? Well, start a practice of healthy hiring and only paying for quality candidates based on the must-have requirements that you need with Indeed. When hiring gets hard, you need Indeed, the job site that makes it incredibly easy. Just attract, interview, and hire. In fact, with Indeed, you can do all of your hiring in one place, even the interviewing. So don't just hope that your perfect candidate will find you out of the universe. Indeed's hiring tools will help you cut through the noise and hire faster and smarter. In fact, Indeed Instant Match provides a list of quality candidates whose resumes are on Indeed the moment that you post a sponsored job. Indeed knows how important it is to make the most out of your recruiting hours and dollars. And with Indeed, you save time, money by setting your must-have qualifications and paying for only the quality candidates that meet them for you. And according to Talent Nest, Indeed delivers 4 times more hires than all the other job sites combined. So get started right now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your post at Indeed.com/dial. Once again, that's a $75 credit at Indeed.com/dial. Oh my God, some of these pages are making tens of millions of dollars over the course of a year. YouTube creators making tens of millions of dollars per year. Now, are these outliers? Absolutely, but some people figure it out. And if video and filmmaking is something that you're passionate about, hey, this might be the route for you to go. There's people that make tons of money in coaching. That's what I have gone down the route of becoming a coach. I've taught many coaches on how to make money. And I've trained people who have made $250,000 in 5 months. Being a coach, a life coach, a fitness coach, a nutritionist coach, a marriage coach, grief coach, death coach, birth coach, swim coach, basketball coach. Like there's many people who we've taught on how to be coaches and they grow a coaching business online. That's another way where if somebody's passionate about teaching and they have a specific knowledge around something, they can help people. We have people that make a lot of money doing that. We have 3 or 4 people that are in my elite coaching systems, which is my highest level thing, that want to make $1 million this year as a coach. There's a lot of people that make that money as coaches. It's definitely an opportunity. I know people that are in my mastermind that make tens of millions of dollars per year off of Shopify stores. You know, I have a friend who is in my mastermind whose business was doing $2 million every 48 hours, and he sells teeth whitening kits. $2 million every 48 hours. He's mastered Shopify in creating something. Some people have clothing stores, and I don't want you to see, I don't want to speak to this. And as I'm going into it, I don't want you to think that everyone's just a millionaire that makes money online. Like, I don't want you to think that. But once somebody decides and they set their stake in the ground, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want to learn, they go, I'm going to get better at this, I'm going to get better. It might take 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, but they can make a lot of money because they're so specialized in their knowledge, and they might make very little money their first year with their clothing company. But 7 years down the road, their clothing company can blow up because they've understood exactly how to market it. They have, people that are pushing it out there for them. They have influencers they're working with. There's tons of people that make tons of money on Shopify stores. I have a friend who owns a natural store with natural products, natural beauty products, natural household products, and they did $5 million last year. So that's a pretty good example. And they profit about 25% off of all of that. So you do the math and you can figure out how much money they made last year by selling natural products that they don't even create. That's the crazy part, is that they buy them and they're basically like a seller. Like you walk into Target, Target doesn't make all of their products, but these people are kind of like an online Target, but all of the products are healthy. They're good for the earth. They're, zero waste. And they do really well by selling other people's products on their Shopify store. So Shopify stores are a way to do it. Etsy stores. There's people that make a lot of money at Etsy stores, and you can make 50,000, you can make 100,000, you can make 200,000, 2 million. I don't know what it is. You can make all around there, depending on what it is that you want to do. There's people who make bracelets, and they make one-off bracelets. There's people out there who make, I've bought a lot of stuff off of Etsy, paintings off of Etsy. There's people out there who make a ton of money making neon signs on Etsy. So if you are out there and you're an artist, or you have an artistic feeling of wanting to create things, maybe an Etsy store is your thing. There's people who make money off of Facebook ad revenue. So for me, I've had a lot of videos go viral on Facebook, and what people don't realize is that Facebook actually paid me for those videos. The same way that YouTube will put an ad inside of the YouTube videos, and then they'll take a cut and then they'll pay the creator a cut. Facebook does the exact same thing. TikTok does the exact same thing now, and Instagram is starting to do it, where they're going to start placing ads into them. And when they place ads into a Facebook video, they take a cut and then they pay the creator a cut as well. So there's people that I know that make $10 to $15 million a year, sometimes up towards of $30 million a year, just creating Facebook videos. I know it doesn't make any sense to our normal minds, does it? Even me saying it, I'm like, I can't believe that they make this much. One guy that I know just bought a $15 million house from one of their Kardashians. All he does is create videos for YouTube and Facebook. He doesn't do anything else, but he gets millions of views. And because of the fact that he gets millions of views, in fact, he gets billions of views. The fact that he gets billions of views, he's able to get ad revenue from the ads that are placed in there, the same way that if you're watching ABC, ABC is making money off of all of the commercials that are placed in ABC. I know, even saying it, it's crazy for me to think about. This world exists. Some of you that aren't in the online business are like, holy crap, how is this a thing? I'm still thinking that. And I've been in online stuff for 7 years now. So I get it. It's a complete paradigm shift to what we thought was possible. There's also people that have, you guys have heard of influencers, social media influencers, people that have big Instagram or Facebook or YouTube followings. They get paid to promote products. They get paid to do that. They have a certain amount of people who listen to them, so they get paid to listen to them. There's clothing brands, like I said. There's people who sell courses. I know a guy who got into selling online courses on accident, and and he has his name's Pat Flynn, and Pat had the way he got into it was he was an architect, and he went through and did the course for architects. He did the exam for architects. I think it's called the LEED test, LEED, if I'm not mistaken. And the way he took notes years and years ago, like 15 years ago, is he made a website, and he would just put his notes on a website. And it was a website that was just made for him. He didn't think anyone else would ever look at it. And what he did was he took all of his notes on his laptop. And then when he would go home, he wanted to do it from his computer. And so 15 years ago, he decided to just make a website, not thinking anybody would ever see it. And he took all of his notes for his exam on there, became an architect. And then a few years later, he ended up going back and he's like, I wonder what happened to that website if it's still up. And he went and looked at his analytics, and thousands of people were on his website every single day, just looking at the notes that he took. And he went, oh my God, this is clearly very valuable for people. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this and turn it into a course. Started making tons of money for people who are about to take the exam as a study course before you go and take the exam. And that's how he started into it. There's affiliate marketing, where you can take somebody's product who has a product, and you can go ahead and promote their product for them and get a commission for every person that buys. There's podcasting. Yes, I make money off this podcast. For years, I didn't make money off the podcast, but I have people who advertise, and you guys have heard my advertisements that go inside of the podcast. And it doesn't happen until you get quite a few people that listen to your podcast. But what's cool about it is I don't promote any products that I don't believe in. Like, they literally have to send them to me. I have to try them out. And if I don't like them, I don't promote them. If I do like them, then I do promote them. But it's an opportunity for me to be able to make money off of the hard work that I put into over 1,000 episodes in a podcast. So that's an opportunity. There's people who write emails for others and they make money as a copywriter. There's people that sell supplements. I know somebody made a bunch of money with a harmonica course, jump rope courses, selling on Amazon, selling on Walmart.com, freelancing on Upwork.com as a writer or a artist, or we just hired somebody to help us go through one of the courses that we have, all of these videos, and take notes so that we could remember exactly what we did and what we went through so that we can reproduce and do it again. There's people that do social media management. There's people that do consulting for certain things. There's people that do freelance writing. There's a million ways to make money online. That's what I'm trying to get to you and have you understand. There's more than I probably give you 1/100th of what ways there are to make money online. So if you're out there and you're thinking to yourself, holy crap, I want to figure out how to make money online, because it doesn't matter what happens with lockdowns, because I can make money while I'm working at home and I can continue my life if there's a lockdown, if things change. I at least have what feels like a foolproof plan if I can start to put this business in place. And the reason why I want you to understand that it exists is because I don't want you to have to feel worried about the fact that your job might possibly be at stake depending on what happens in the world when we don't know what's going to happen in the world. The most stable thing that you can do is to not work for somebody else. So people say, oh, I have a stable job. That stable job can fire you at any moment. That's not stable. Stable is working for yourself. Stable is being your own boss. So the thing that I recommend, if you're out there and you're starting to go, you know what, how do I learn about this? How do I get better at it? There's actually, oh crap, the Vince actually I think it's happening. This isn't me promoting it for him. I should be getting paid for this, but I'm not getting paid for it. There's two conferences that I know that happen, and I think they're actually both happening in the next couple months. Is put on by ClickFunnels. So Funnel Hacking Live is coming up, I believe. It usually happens in February or March or April, but I think they pushed it back this year. Funnel Hacking Live is a great way to go to it and meet people and see people who are making millions of dollars. And I met a guy that was making $15 million one time, and I was like, whoa, what are you doing? And I started becoming friends with him and doing what he was doing in certain ways and learning from him. He kind of became a mentor in some way. So there's Funnel Hacking Live. There's another one that's called Traffic and Conversions, which I'm pretty sure is happening this month or next month. I'm not going to be in town, so I'm not going to it. Actually might be happening in the next couple of weeks. I'm not 100% sure. Traffic and Conversions, that one usually happens, I think, in San Diego. But how can you get around other people who are doing it? Even if you don't have any idea. I have a friend, no joke. He is a very successful guy, and he decided to take a year off. So he set up his businesses and he's like, I'm going to take a year off. I'm just going to go to conferences. He's like, I don't know anything about how to make money online. I'm just going to go to some of these conferences because they intrigue me. So he went to the two conferences I just told you. He met people. He started learning what people were doing. And he goes, what do I want to do with the next 5 years of my life? And he decided that he was going to start, and he's a very successful guy, as obviously I just said, an investment. He's a great investor. So he started an investment mastermind. He charges $50,000 to be part of his mastermind. He's never gone into online marketing before, but he charges $50,000 to be in his mastermind, where he teaches people to invest and then brings them in on his investments and puts them as opportunities if they want to be part of it. Charges $50,000 for it. He got 70 people to sign up. 70 in the past 9 months. So you look at that and you do the math and you're like, holy crap, that guy's making millions of dollars in his first 12 months doing it. But he just put himself around people who were doing it, started asking questions, started acting like he was the dumbest person in the room, started becoming a sponge, and he just decided that he was going to start a brand new business, and that's what he did from it. So I want you to realize that these opportunities exist. Once again, I got nothing to sell you around this. I just want you to understand they exist because I wish somebody would have told me a long time ago and given me a little bit more of an idea. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent so much time on Google searching how to make money online. But it would have been a little bit easier for me if somebody would have been able to tell me these things and mentor me and tell me what conferences to go to and what people to be around. As long as you're around people that start to make you realize that it's possible and you see them doing it and you see this person doing it, you see this person doing it, it starts to shift your paradigm from working for somebody else, getting an education, working in a physical office to, hey, maybe this thing could be real. Maybe I could start my own business online. And that's just the spark that you need to be able to get this to go. Because ultimately what I want for you is to be as free as you possibly can. If you don't want to be a part of the rat race, I want you to be free from it. And this might be the way for you to do it. And that are all the different ways that pop into my head for how to make money online. So if you like this episode and you want to share this on your Instagram, please do so. Share it on your Instagram stories and tag me at Rob Dial Jr., ROBDIALJR. And if you want to receive an email from me every single Monday morning with my intention going into the week, go to mondayemail.com right now. I'll send you a free email. It doesn't cost you anything. I'll send you an email with my intention going into every single week so you can steal my intentions and use it into your life if that is what you want to do. All you have to do is go to mondayemail.com and I'll start sending them to you for free. And I'm going to leave you the same way I leave you every single episode. Make it your mission to make someone else day better. I appreciate you and I hope that you have an amazing day.